Hey there everybody, Jason Shepard of M0A.com bringing to you an awesome video podcast that I actually just got a chance to do today, and that is mountain flying. And there's a picture from today, and here also is a video we took from today. This is all part of our Flying Across America journey. We departed from El Paso and headed due west to Tucson today. So you can see we got some real exciting experience flying in the mountains. And I wanted to share with you this week about our experience and about some of the dangers of mountain flying. As the weather's getting better and a lot of pilots are getting out there flying, the Rocky Mountains are a lot different than the Appalachian Mountains and anything on the East Coast really, for that matter. Remember, I'm just a Florida-based pilot. So this is all new to me, although I had a good idea of what mountain flying was, but this really epitomizes it. So let's go ahead and I will show you a little bit, along with some pictures that we took today, about mountain flying. So approaching a mountain pass, today was all about finding the right pass and the right route to go through. So if we take a look at our mountain, you can see here we have 3 peaks and we have some gaps in between, or a pass in between. The thing you always want to do, you never want to approach a pass or a mountain gap like that head on. You always want to approach it at a 45-degree angle. This allows you to get a better look at the pass, and it also leaves you a way out. That way, if you get there and you realize you don't like what's on the other side, or it's getting a bit too turbulent for you, you can just make a 90-degree turn, versus if you're approaching it head on, you'd have to make a 180-degree turn. So you're leaving yourself an easy way out and also getting a good look at that mountain pass. So always approach at that 45-degree angle. Also, check the weather in the pass. One thing you're going to notice when you start flying out west is the FAA has put ASOS or AWOS stations actually in the mountain pass that you can tune to and listen to what the weather's like in the pass. Because just because the weather is beautiful at the airport on the other side of the ridge that you're going to doesn't mean the weather is beautiful in that pass. It's a different elevation, different winds, different conditions. So if they have an ASOS or an AWOS in that pass, it's real important that you listen to that. So check the weather in there. Don't rely just on the METAR at the airport of where you're going to. What about mountain waves? Let me explain to you what a mountain wave is. Look at this picture. So we've got our strong winds, and this is actually what happened to us today. Let's look at it from left to right. We had a great tailwind carrying us up the mountain and over it. However, on the other side, this is where you get those roll clouds, and you can see how it kind of eddies down the mountain, and that's what's causing your turbulent air, because the air gets so disrupted by that mountain, and you get a lot of turbulence on the back side of that mountain. So just because it's all, nice and gravy that way, remember, it's going to be turbulent on the other side. And this is the same if you're approaching from the other direction. You're going to have turbulence first. Turbulence and mountains just kind of go hand in hand, especially on a windy day. I've talked to flight instructors who fly in the mountains, and if the wind's over 15, 20 knots, they just don't go flying, because this is the kind of turbulence that can beat you up right into that mountain. We had a ton of updrafts and downdrafts today that you'll see from some of these pictures. It's nothing to mess around with, especially with terrain being that close to you. So let's go ahead and talk about some tips for safe mountain flying. First one, know your density altitude. This is going to directly relate to your aircraft's performance. The Cessna 150 just has 100 horsepower. So with density altitude on top of already flying at 8,500 feet, didn't make things very easy for today. Today had to be a real early morning flight, and the airplane, you could feel it. It was so sluggish. I wouldn't dare do what we did today, in the heat of the afternoon. There's no way you could be able to do it. The airplane, number one, may not even get off the ground or get that high, but it wouldn't be maneuverable enough to do what we needed it to do today. Know your route and know your backup route. Have your first route, but have a backup route as well, just in case that pass is blocked. Remember, we said the weather in a pass can always be different. And the last tip I have for you is always have a way out. Just like we said, approaching that pass or the gap at a 45-degree angle, you're leaving yourself a way out. Okay, so whether it be turning around, just leave yourself a extreme backup route where you can turn around to where you know it's safe and you can put the airplane down at another airport, or at least get flying in a better direction. So that's all I have for you guys for mountain flying today. Beneath this post, if you're looking at it on m0a.com, there are some great pictures there of my mountain flying today. And if you're watching this on YouTube and not on the website, you can go to m0a.com/mountain-flying. So go ahead and take a look at that. And I will look forward to seeing you guys next week. I will be in California. It actually may be later this week, so we'll have some good video podcasts coming to you direct from California, the west end of our Flying Across America journey. So that is all I have for you today. Remember, a good pilot is always learning. See you guys later.